Hello everyone, this is Selkek, also known as Paulalia, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. It's been a while since I've done a Kerbal Space Program video, and in that while, version 23.5 has come out. This is the NASA Asteroid mission pack, and I have not done anything with this yet. It's my version updated automatically. I had been playing a game with mods though, so I've been messing around with some mods, thinking about maybe doing a modded Kerbal Space Program. But then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back to basics, and we're gonna mess around with some asteroids. Now, for this quick play session, I'm not going to be in career mode. I'm going to start a new sandbox mode. Just so that we can go to the asteroids without having to worry about doing career mode things. Excuse me. However, in version 24, I will be switching back to career mode. If you don't know, version 24 is adding contracts to career mode so that you have specific tasks you need to accomplish on your flights. And I think that will really flush out the career mode, because for right now the career mode, yes, you have the tech tree and you have to gather up the science points. It's still kind of an open-ended sandbox mode. There's no goals, there's no missions, and so I think the version 24 will make career mode much better. So of course we're going to be flying the NASA flag here on our new game. Oh, sorry, I'm bumping the mic, and we're just gonna call this Asteroids. So let's go ahead and start our game. So if we head on in and we take a look at this view of the map, you can see we have these unknown objects. So we're starting here. We've got one unknown object seen, and we're gonna go ahead and track it. And there we go, it's given a name, and as you can see here, it is a size C asteroid, and it's going to come within 64 million meters of Kerbal. So we've got 95 days here to encounter this asteroid. I think this is like a perfect starting thing. So we will build a craft, we will get it up into orbit, and then we will wait for it to arrive in the Kerbal system, at which point we can latch onto it and attempt to maneuver it in some sort of way to bring it back. So you can see here there's this orbit, so if we miss it this time around, we might not have another shot at it. More asteroids do spawn in, of course, so there's nothing to worry about on that front, but I think this will be a good first target. So we need to now figure out how we are going to handle this. If I come into utility, you can see here there's now the advanced grabbing unit, which is for grabbing the asteroids. So you can actually grab on, aka the claw. So the claw can grab on to various parts. There's also this launch escape system that can be added to the top of a command pod of some sort or another. So we need to have our advanced grabbing unit attached to our vessel in some form or another. And I think I've got an interesting idea for how we can accomplish this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start off with I was thinking about doing the Mark 1 lander can, but the lander can doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for this. Maybe the Mark 2 command pod? No, I'm gonna do the Mark 1 lander can. It's not the best fit, but given my choices here, I think the Mark 1 lander can is gonna be the best bet. So here on the top of this, I'm going to put an inline advanced stabilizer. I'm going to put that's the little one, an RCS fuel tank, and I'm going to put a docking port. So this There's our NASA flag there on the side. So this will be if we need to dock any sort of extra fuel onto our asteroid grabber rocket, as I'm going to call it. The actual asteroid itself will be it's a big flashlight. We're gonna go for this one, I think, the low power one, and I need to snapping on, and we'll do 4 times symmetry. Do like that. Our grabber is going to be underneath our rocket. So if I do, that's the big fuel canister. Is this the 1 meter part? Yeah, I think so. So if I do like that, that might be a little too small. How about like that? And then do the grabber, but flipped upside down. That will be where we grab on to the asteroid. And I need now some radial decouplers. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll go for the big ones, I guess. Does it have... it has cross fuel. I can cross fuel with some fuel lines on here, and then we want to stick some fuel canisters. Unfortunately, it's going to be blocking the window, so maybe I can move these to be like that, and then I'll remove the lights for now, because we're going to be sticking our engines on here. So we have the little engine like this, and that I can't toggle the grabbing unit from the VAB, sadly. So that you can see there is enough clearance that I feel if we found a good spot on the asteroid to grab to, we would be able to grab it under those. If I used the slightly bigger engines, oh, those are the big NASA engines, like the oh, there's the, can you go for perhaps a side engine like these? It wouldn't work so well, but perhaps these. Those are really teeny tiny though. But we do have these. Perhaps something like this. No, I'm gonna stick with my original thought. Use these engines like so. And we are not going to be separating these unless it's an emergency situation. Like if we've drained all of this fuel and there's really no point to keeping those around, then we'll think about draining them. For the fuel line, I'm going to be running fuel out of this main tank into these tanks. So that will be this center tank will drain of fuel for these engines. It's really just there to provide some stability. So I think this will be a good idea in terms of getting to the asteroid, or once we're out at the asteroid, this will latch onto it and successfully attach. Of course, this could all be undone if I can't... Yeah, I can't put a stack coupler here. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Alright, well, I guess I'll be undoing this, because this now needs to go at the top of the rocket. Can you put a stack decoupler on? No, you cannot. Is it just the one I'm using? Can I put them on the regular clampotrons? Because they do have the port there. Let's see. I can. Okay. So our design is very similar. The only major difference now is that our docking port and our grabby device are separate. but I'm just going to stick with this engine configuration, because these engines should help us get out to the asteroid if need be. And I'm going to go ahead and RCS all over this. Okay, there we go. Now our window should be relatively unobstructed. The lights, don't forget about the lights. We were going to use the lights. The lights now will be up here. We can't put them on that, so we'll put them like that. And we should have a solar panel or two on here. Let's see here. If I go with the 1x6s and put them like that, that should be fine. It should be clear of those engine housings. So I'm going to move this on up, and we will design our other stages here. I guess I can just we'll slap a couple on like that. And we want thruster gimbling. And we want something like this. And we want thruster gimbling. Oh. Yeah, we want the one with thruster gimbling on it, of course. And we want to structurally connect these all together. Like so. And for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fuel line from outside inside, so that when we drop these outside tanks, we still got full fuel here on the center stack. That's a fairly common practice, I feel anyway, in my designs. And just for the lulz, look at the size of these things. These NASA solid boosters. Gee-hee-hees. You'd really be going somewhere with those. So let's try them. Why not? I mean, why not? We're here to try new things. We want all of these engines to fire together. Separate, drop the 4. Alright, separate, 4, separate. Okay, that is all good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna name this. We're going to name this. What should we name this? What should we name this? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to name it the Asteroid Capturing Unit. And we're going to call this the first one. So the ACU 1, the Asteroid Capturing Unit 1. And we need our launch stability enhancers, of course. Hopefully I can... No, that's not going to work at all. I need to squeeze in more here on the sides. Something like that. Do we think that will work? We don't think that will work at all. You know what we can do though is we can tilt these like so. Okay, we think that will work though. So let's go for this. Let's try it. Who knows if it's gonna work? All right. We'll send. You know what? Let's save this. Let's go hire some non-important asteroid astronauts. Let's get Bordeaux. I'm not sure how we're supposed to pronounce. He can come be our astronaut pilot. Stick him in the hot seat. And we will do our first test launch. Hopefully this will go well, guys. Ooh, some wobble there. We'll engage SAS up on our resource panel, and oh, we didn't. Crap. We need to abort flight, revert flight to launch. Our launch stabilizer towers got put up here, and I just now noticed that. So we want them to trigger at the start. Okay. So resetting and launch. All right. So those NASA-built engines are doing their thing. Glad we imported those. And we are headed off for space. This is a monumentous occasion. I'm headed up for an asteroid. I have not yet done this. I'm excited. I have seen videos of it happening. Look at those particle effects on those engines. I've seen it in other people's videos on the YouTubes, but I have not done it myself. I'm ready and raring to get out there. So now we can extend the arm and whatnot. They need to fix that for the VAB, so you can test reach past parts and things. It sucks that my upside down strategy wasn't the best. Perhaps maybe if I had done a double center stack design, I could have had the arm as one of my double stacks, and then the other double stack would have been the connector point, and then strutted up that connection hardcore. Okay, and now we can engage our 5 main engines. We are losing surface speed for now, and okay, we've reached speed neutral, and we're accelerating once again. All right, so those NASA engines sure did their part, getting us 13 kilometers into the air. That's great. That's great. So I am going to put us into a regular circular orbit over the 90 degrees mark there, just like we were headed to the moon or something, the mun. But we're gonna have to make adjustments once the asteroid enters into our system. So we might have to send up a fuel ship to dock with this one in order to accomplish such things. We'll tap on over to the map just to see how we're doing here. We got a little bit of a bump there. It's not a whole lot, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Alright, we're nearing 450 meters per second. I'm gonna go ahead. We're entering the dark blue of the atmosphere gauge. So I'm gonna go ahead and give just a teeny tiny bit of tilt here onto our orbit. There we go. We've now reached orbit. Okay, SAS, come on, do your part. Keep us on track there, buddy. Alright, so we're headed up. We want to be fairly high, I think, so we're not going to really worry about this too much, but I will want to cut it off, I think, around 150. So let me see the stage only. We still got plenty of fuel left. Yeah, okay, so we're nearing the end of those fuels. Okay. You know, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. 146. How much fuel we got left? Just a teeny tiny bit. Alright, alright. And using just our electrical charge, I'm going to put us onto a spin. So that we are looking at the horizon. And I'm going to go ahead and engage my burn just to get rid of all of this fuel here. And cough. Okay. So how are we doing? We're at 150. Alright, so we need to now circularize our orbit here. I'm going to go ahead and trigger the disconnect on those engines. Our center stack is completely full. I'm going to just give a little bit of thrust so that we push away from them. Okay, and I'm going to wait just a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to go ahead